Hello, welcome back. So in this video, we're being told to find the area of the triangle with altitudes 10, 12, and 15. So this height of the triangle, when this is the base, is 10, and the height of the triangle when this is the base is 15, and the height of the triangle when this side is the base is 12. Okay, so this whole line from here to here is 12, from here to here is 10, and from here to here is 15. Remember, these are heights, so this is 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. So with that, we are required to find the area of the triangle. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to label the points of the triangle. Let this be A, B, and this C. Okay, now let this side opposite to this angle at A, let BC be A, then SC let it be B, and BA let it be C, small c. Now there is a property which states that the product of altitude and the corresponding side of the triangle are equal. So what we mean by that is the product of altitude and the corresponding side. So altitude when when A is the base, so the product of altitude and the corresponding side. So this line times the corresponding side. So 10 times A is equals to 12 times B, which is equals to 15 times C. So that's what the property means, that altitude and the corresponding sides are all equal. Like altitude and its side is equals to altitude and its side equals to altitude and times the corresponding side. Now, since the LCM of 10, 12, and 15, when you find its LCM, it's 60. Now, let's assume that these are equal to 60 times some constant value, K. So, we shall have 10A being equals to 60K, and A will be equals to 60K over 10. Therefore, A is equals to 6K. Then 12B is equals to 60K. Then B would be equals to 60K over 12, and B would be equals to 60 divided by 12 gives us 4K. Then also C, which is 15C, is equals to 60K, and then C would be equals to 60K over 15. Therefore, C is equals to 60 by 15 is 4, so 4K. Sorry, 60 here, 60 by 12 is 5, not 4. So this is 5K. So A is 6K, B is 5K, and C is 4K. Now we know that area of a triangle is given by a half times base times height. In this case, let's take A as our base. So considering A as the base, so base is A times the height, which is 10. Okay? But remember, A is equals to 6K. So area would be equals to a half times 6K times 10. 2 divides into 3. So this would be equals to 3K times 10, which gives us 30K. Therefore, area is 30K. Let's this be equation 1. Also, area of a triangle can be got by finding the root of side into side minus A into S minus B into S minus C. Area can also be got in this way, where S is equals to A plus B plus C over 2. Okay, so here S would be, remember we have A as 6K, B as 5K, and C as 4K, this over 2. So this is equals to, when you add this, this, and this, you get 15K. So we have 15K over 2. So replacing this value of S into the area formula, we shall have area being equals to root of 15K over 2 into S minus A, which would be 15K over 2 minus 6K, then into S minus B, which is 15K over 2 minus 5K, then into S minus C, which is 15K over 2 minus 4K. Therefore, area is equals to 15K over 2 into, here the LCM is 2. 2 by 2 is 1, so we have 15K minus 2 by 1 is 2. 2 times 6 is 12, so 12K. Then into over 2, this remains 15K minus 2 times 5 is 10K. Then into over 2, so 15K minus 2 times 4 is 8K. Okay, so area would be equals to 15K over 2 into 15 minus 12 gives us 3K over 2. 15 minus 10 gives us 5K over 2. Then 15 minus 8 gives us 7K over 2. So if I'm to combine this and this last one, so area would be root of, so considering this and this, I would have 15K times 7K over 2 times 2, which is 2 squared. Then have 3K times 5K, which is 15K squared over 2 times 2, which is 2 squared. So this would be equals to root of 15K squared over 2 squared times 7 times 15K squared over 2 squared. So in other words, we have area as 15K squared over 2 squared times 15K squared over 2 squared times 7. So area is equals to root of 15K squared times 15K squared gives us 225K power 4 over 2 squared times 2 squared times 7. Therefore, area is equals to, so this is the same as squared, okay? It's the same as saying 225K squared over 2 squared times 7. So this here cancels with the square root, also this cancels with the square root, and we are left with area being equals to 225K squared, square root of 225, we've not found it, so square root of 225 is 15. So this would be 15K squared over square root of, we've already found square root of this, so this would be 4 times square root of 7. You don't have to mistake this. This k here, sorry, this square is only on the k. So k squared squared. So you have to find the square root of 225 and then square root of k squared squared. So this square cancels the square root. Square root of 225 is 15 and square root of 2 squared squared is 2 squared, which is 4. So area is 15k squared over 4 times root 7. So let this be equation 2. Remember, equation 1 and equation 2 are both equations of area for this triangle. So we equate the two. So we equate 1 and 2 since they're both for area of the triangle. So the first one is 30k is equals to 15k squared over 4 times root 7. So we have 30k is equals to 15k squared over 4 times root 7. So first let's divide both sides by k, also this side by k. So this k cancels and this k cancels with this, so we're left with just k in the numerator. So now our goal is to make k the subject. So we shall divide both sides by root 7 by root 7. This cancels with this. And again, multiply both sides by 4 by 4. So this 4 cancels with this one. So we shall have 4 times 30k, sorry, 4 times 30 being equals to 15k. So divide both sides by 15. Therefore, k is equals to, so 15 goes into 30 two times. So k is equals to, sorry, I forgot to add this root 7 here. So k is equals to 4 times 2 over root 7. Okay? So you must be careful so that you don't make mistakes. It's very easy to make a mistake. So therefore k would be equals to 4 times 2 is 8. So 8 over root 7. So this is the value of k. But remember, we want to find area. And area from equation 1 was equals to 30k. So this would be equals to 30 into 8 over root 7, which would be 30 times 8 is 240. So this is 240 over root 7. This is in square units. So this is the area of this triangle. It's 240 over root 7 square units. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly subscribe to this channel for more amazing videos. Like, share, and comment your thoughts about this video. And we shall meet in the next one.